Get off your phone. They don't want to see that.
I had to make sure. First off, I had to make sure that my phone didn't have a virus on there while it was updating and shit. I found out that's a thing.
Your phone is not an iPhone, so yeah, it gets viruses.
I mean, if I
from all the porn you're watching, sir.
First off,
yeah, you made that joke on me. I'm gonna turn around and make that joke right on you.
First off, I use incognito mode, unlike some individuals. That only happens if you don't use incognito mode. So, what you got to say about that?
Welcome to There's Layers to It, everybody. I don't even know what to say to this fucking dude because he doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
How does that not make sense?
Incognito mode would make no difference on whether your computer caught the virus or not, man.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't.
You'd still be clicking on the same stuff.
Yeah, you would, but the incognito mode actually works different. Well, I don't know about y'all's iPhones, but mine's does.
iPhones just don't catch viruses in general, okay? Well, we're not like you Android snobs.
Well, first off, I have never caught a virus on any of my phones.
Well, congratulations.
Second of all, I've only
How does that make you feel?
Huh?
So how does that make you feel?
Good, because I didn't have to go through the hassle of getting a new computer like you fucking did.
Yeah, that's true. I blame that on playing music off of it in the mall and watching videos. I think I've came to the conclusion that
what did someone stole your identity on a public Wi-Fi, Corbin?
Did they steal my identity, though? I hope not. I've had no signs of identity fraud. Kodak has not got me yet.
That's not how identity fraud theft works. Not at all. Just because you don't see it right now doesn't mean that they don't have the information already.
I got checks for that. I'm a prepared individual.
How the fuck are you checking that?
Don't worry about my
Experian.
Don't worry about how I'm getting
that shit barely worked.
Hey, don't worry about it. This is why I keep a fine line on my credit. I look at my money all the time. I'm a smart man. I stay on top of these things.
Look, you can tell me everything that you want to, but if someone wants to steal your identity, they will. Unless you got a VPN. You got your own VPN?
Honestly, I think that computer does have a VPN.
Its own VPN?
That I don't know. That I don't know.
Because it can have a VPN, but if you have multiple VPNs, then
I don't know. It's okay.
But even still, people can still get your fucking information from anything because websites sell information like nobody's business.
iPhone also gives you the ability to turn that off on apps and different things.
But how long ago has that been put into place?
That's only recently.
Okay, so so let's say within the last year, right?
That's why we get like advertisements that are so tailored to what we just looked up and all that stuff.
And those individuals,
we're looking at videos and liking pages and seeing these things that we enjoy, looking into them, and then that's how those companies find out because they're looking at all that search history because Google and all them are just selling it to third parties and shipping it out.
Do you not use Google?
I do.
So
I'm not
information.
I'm not disagreeing that it could be out. I'm just saying I got the tightrope. I just got the tightrope on mine to where I'll know if something goes wrong.
I thought I had a tightrope on mine. My shit still got tapped into.
That's unfortunate.
It happens to everyone. And if it hasn't happened to you, you just wait.
And that's why you got to stay protected. So take care of yourself on the internet, people. Be cautious.
I think they're giving you as much defense as Patrick Beverly is.
Ooh, that's a burn in itself. I feel
for everybody involved in that fucking comment.
It looks like an Olay.
Olay.
Like pulling the red sheet away in front of the bowl.
Oh.
That's what the Patrick Beverly defense be looking like in the recent year.
Well, they benched his ass. So
well, that's why. You be letting people just lay right by him. But you know, they benched his ass. And now, the Los Angeles Clippers are in the second round. Thanks to Kawhi Leonard and company. Everyone in that Game 7 had a good game. for the Clippers.
I was about to say you need to make that more specific.
Everybody on the Clippers, for the most part, had a very good game. Reggie Jackson contributed with a couple clutch shots. As much as I hate Reggie Jackson, I'll give him his props there first.
I gave him his props here first.
Hey, Kawhi Leonard, fantastic game. I'm a little salty that he didn't hit 30 points. I missed my bet by 2 points. Hey man, I gotta shout out.
I'd rather you not get your money and they get farther.
Well, look, why couldn't they win like they did and I win my money? You can't wish for the both of us to be happy? Shame on you.
Shame on you for shame on you for believing that most of these bets are going to hit.
They're reasonable bets.
Yeah, but everything is rigged. You can't tell me.
That might honestly be true.
Might be true?
I'm starting to believe it. I think everything that I bet on might eventually just end up poor.
Well, you're not.
No, I'm kidding. I don't believe that way. I never believe that way.
You don't have a gambling addiction, so that's not a thing.
I only bet on things that I really believe are actually going to happen.
Dude, Rondo only played 9 minutes.
Good.
That's not good.
What do you need Rondo to play more than 9 minutes for? Come on.
Because they
won the game. They won the game.
Literally because the only person who knows the plays that the Dallas Mavericks are calling is Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, but they still won the game without him. They still played good defense. Now, yeah, they let Luka drop like 45, but nobody else on that team helped Luka out at all. I heard Kristaps had averaged 13 points and 6 boards for the series. Like, that number 2 is MIA. Tim Hardaway did not have a good game 7.
He didn't have a good game 7. He was hurt.
He was hurt. Literally, came back.
He literally got hurt.
He played the game. I'm not holding this one game against him, but he played bad.
Bro, I don't think that he played bad.
Hurt or not, game 7, people played through injuries. He just didn't play well.
If you see someone who doesn't get touched and they flinch or something like that, that's not a good thing.
Yes.
James Harden barely bumped into somebody. He still
came back and played.
Bro, James Harden barely bumped into someone and fucked up his hamstring again.
Still came back and played.
James Harden did?
No, not James Harden. James Harden left after 43 seconds.
I was about to say,
Thank you, FanDuel, for repaying us our people who bet on that little super boost to give our money back. That was unfortunate.
If I was running FanDuel, well, none of y'all get your money back.
I really felt like it was rigged when James Harden went out with 43 seconds.
No.
And that was a super boost.
It wasn't rigged. It was just you keep betting on these fucking people.
And they keep getting hurt. Is it a curse? I don't really believe so, but Marreon does.
I know so.
I can't believe that I'm cursing these people. There's no way. There's no way I have that much power. I'm not the bee god, man.
Every time that I hear you say you're going to put a bet on the Nets, something bad happens. I remember the last time he completely injured his hamstring. You were like, oh, yeah, I got to bet. I got to bet for James Harden to get such and such and such and such. Lo and behold, 5-10 minutes into the game, the boy is out. Oh man, I got to.
It was also KD. The KD was the other one. I had KD in a bet earlier to score like 30, and then he
so you just bought up another fucking.
That's when he got his hamstring contusion. It's been some unfortunate turn of events when I throw bets on these basketball games. But
every single time. Every single time.
It's not every time.
Every time you tell me.
All right, I'm no longer telling you what I bet on, and we're gonna see how I do.
So if someone gets injured, I'm just gonna look right at you and ask you, "Did you bet on someone?" And if you say no, I'll be like, "Show me the proof, damn it."
I will make sure that I show you the proof. All right, I got you. I'll show you the proof.
Like if they don't win the championship this year, I will blame this on you. No one but you.
I will take responsibility for it because I believe it would be possibly my fault. Even though I know other people who have bet on the Nets and put money on the Nets to win the title, it will end up ultimately on me.
I don't talk to those other people.
Yeah.
I only talk to you.
Yeah, and I guess I'm the one that you know who is betting on these games. And that's okay.
I mean, I know some people that are betting on these things. Like I told you a little bit ago, I need you to, like these little, you haven't lost any money, which is great. But I need you to pull up like Big Money Matt from now on. I need you to shoot that bitch from the Raptors.
There's just not enough sports going on to where these big money bets exist for me.
Bro, these little ass
I'm not
fucking
about
bets
to,
that I was
I'm
sending
not
you
about
before.
to throw like
during the season, bro, people were putting $5 down and winning lots of money.
those bets are few and far between.
Dude, someone bet both times that Lonzo goes and gets a fucking triple-double with like 20 points. 25 one time. And then, or maybe it was over 25 points.
Yeah, I mean, those bets
With a double-double.
exist. They're there. But they're far and few in between.
Okay.
There's a reason that the odds are against you. You just said they're all rigged.
Yeah, they are.
So how... If
Somebody's
they're all rigged,
hitting them,
I'm
though.
not hitting it big.
Somebody.
I'm going to consistently build up my fortune, okay? I'm going to consistently build up my fortune.
How many huge risks have you taken with this?
In sports betting,
Yes.
so far, I haven't. Nothing huge and major. Like I've not thrown I think my biggest bet money wise that I've thrown down is only like $75-$100.
And how much were you winning?
Probably
After
only
that.
about 300, 400.
See, that's not the type of shit that I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about the ones where you get fucking paid.
I mean, obviously everybody wants to hit the big bet, but it's not going to be there all the time.
So why is it that these individuals were hitting these things earlier in the season, like during the regular season?
The amount of people that hit those bets is probably not as big as you think. Could I be one of those people? Absolutely. But I need more games that have more opportunity and more options available to bet on.
Okay,
And I'm not going to baseball because baseball is a fucking crapshoot when it comes to betting. I'm not betting on the NHL playoffs because I don't know what's going on in the NHL playoffs. Once the NFL comes back around, I'm going to start getting back into it. Once college football comes around, I'm going to have all these options. I'm going to have the ability to get my money and get a lot of money at the same time. You just got to wait and see. We got to wait it out. Got to wait it out.
I'm going to just leave you on red on that one.
I'm going to wait it out. We just touched on the Clippers. We touched on the Nets. We touched on some sports betting. But we didn't.
Well, I guess we really didn't touch on the Nets. I mean,
We slowly brought them up. Slowly brought them up.
to say we just brought them up in the conversation.
Brought them up in the
There's
conversation.
There's
but,
not really anything to talk about with them. I
well,
mean,
they did have a game 1, and they're currently playing game 2.
How do you think that's going to go?
Well, the Nets are going to win.
So what are we talking? What are we talking about? Is we finish or is we through?
We should bring it up.
That one we can just brush that one under the rug because that one's kind of
All right.
that's kind of a well-known
Well,
fact that they're gonna win.
LeBron James is out of the playoffs this year. He's done. First round exit. First time ever.
It's a sad time.
It's the first time in our history, for real, of being old enough to really comprehend. Like, the last time LeBron wasn't in the playoffs, we were like 10 years old.
No, I mean it was a couple years ago.
Well, first round.
Groin injury.
That doesn't really count. I don't hold the injury against him, but him losing in the first round, I'm going to hold against him.
Okay, well, yeah, losing in the first round. Hold on, you can't hold that against LeBron.
Not this time completely, but I do think that he did not give maximum effort and take over the game like I have seen him do previously. Yes, I know you're gonna tell me, but wait, he's old. He's in his 18th year.
Fuck no, that's
He
not.
had
That's
no
not even.
help.
That's not even close. What I'm gonna say. Well, the last part, yes, he absolutely, positively had no help. Name me another individual in year 18 who was going as strong as LeBron was. I'll wait.
I don't have the answer to that
Any-
question for you.
Pick any fucking year.
I don't. I don't have a person who I can insert into there to feel comfortable comparison wise.
So basically, we just chastised. Well, excuse me, I didn't. He's getting criticism because we're seeing now that he's fucking human.
Well, no, I'm criticizing the fact that I don't think he did enough to take over the game to put them in position to even compete for the last 2 games without Anthony Davis. Yeah,
But what was the key word in that sentence that you just said?
without Anthony Davis.
So,
I mean, we all know Anthony Davis is the number 1 on that team. That's not the argument I'm trying to make.
Okay.
I'm just disappointed in what I saw LeBron do on the court.
I hate to call LeBron a number 2, but you're expecting the number 2 to uplift a team of fucking nobodies.
No, I'm expecting LeBron James to put more initiative into his offensive game and attack the basket more when he needed to take over. He can still attack the basket.
He can't play like that anymore because
he can
he's
be
in
a
year
main
18.
person. He can be the main person taking the shots on the team. He just wasn't taking them. Yes, he is a facilitator. Yes, he has turned to that facilitator role as the number 2 when he came over with Anthony Davis. But that doesn't prevent him in a playoff game from going 0 dark 30 LeBron that we all know that he used to clock into and just taking over a game.
But that was some years ago.
But LeBron
he had a full hairline then.
He still has the ability to take over a game, and we've seen it. But he didn't.
Earlier in the season,
it didn't look like he had the mentality to take over the game to win this.
So let me ask you this. Ever since LeBron came back from his ankle injury, do you believe?
Awful. He's looked awful.
So you're expecting an individual who, excuse me, how old is LeBron?
I expect who I tout to be the greatest player in the game to be able to go out there and perform better than what he did in his last 2 games. I do. I'm sorry. I expected better. Do I think this hurts his overall legacy? No, I don't.
Fuck no.
That's not anything. But am I disappointed as a fan of LeBron James and how he played in the last 2 games? And didn't try to take over, like it didn't even look like he tried to take over?
Bro.
Yeah, I'm really upset.
With what? Fuck you.
That's fine. Yes, his other people let him down too. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not arguing that point. That's not.
So LeBron had, in 41 minutes, 29 points, 11 for 26, 9 rebounds, 7 assists.
That's a good line, but that doesn't reflect the amount of effort that I saw.
When your team is visually giving up 2 games prior to this, what the fuck are you supposed to do about that?
He is the leader of that team. If he cannot get his team to want to play, that's his fault. He crafted that team. He crafted that team. Again, he crafted that team.
Yeah, he did. But
so he better fucking motivate that team.
How can you motivate someone who doesn't want to be motivated to win a game?
Well, then you shouldn't have him on your team.
Next point, get all those motherfuckers out of there.
They better. If they want to compete, they better.
And obviously they believed because they just brought back LeBron and AD that they could win everything. And that was their fucking mistake. My whole thing is LeBron literally did everything that he could. I can't. And another thing too is Frank Vogel doesn't know how to fucking coach a thing.
No, I can agree with that 100%.
So with your coach being shit,
but LeBron is also a coach.
Is he the head coach?
Damn near.
Not damn near. Whose name is on the head coaching
I would
position?
argue that LeBron James is 85% the head coach of that team.
Anyway, going back to my point, Frank Vogel, his name, his position is the head coach. Second of all, when your next best player is Alex fucking Caruso, what am I supposed to do with that?
He crafted the team.
What am I
They
supposed to?
believe in Alex Caruso.
What
They
am
thought
I
he was.
supposed to
They
do?
thought he was gonna. He played decent enough in the last playoffs.
What am I supposed to do when Dennis Schroeder?
Like
Dennis
Schroeder is a
fucking
confusing
Schroeder.
one.
A confusing one?
Because
He's a trash one.
He is expected to play well, and he did not play well.
So how was that
I didn't
LeBron's
argue
fault?
I didn't. That was never my argument.
Bro, you just said he has to motivate his players. Is Dennis Schroeder not one of his players?
It is, but him playing bad.
Him playing bad what?
That's not what I was arguing. I argued
what
that
the
he
fuck
didn't
is
motivate him. Sure. Should he have motivated him better? Because I was arguing your point of them quitting. Not the fact that they
visually
played
quit
bad.
on them. AD was cussing their asses out in the huddle multiple times.
Well, they need a better team. They better get a better team.
I've been told you that team was sorry from the beginning.
They won a championship last year. This
with
year
a
they didn't
completely
do it.
different fucking team.
That's
that was a
what I
completely
just said
different
if you
fucking
didn't
team.
fucking listen to me.
When did you say that?
Literally as I was talking and you just talked over it.
Okay. Forget about the team of last year. Let's talk about this team this year. What positive attributes did you see from that team?
Well, you saw a lot of good things from Dennis Schroeder going and leading up into the playoffs, and then
So
he
what
let you
happens when
down.
they got into the playoffs?
Well, they lost in the first round. Obviously, they didn't play good.
I'm talking about Dennis Schroeder.
He didn't play good.
Alex Caruso.
Didn't play good.
Trez.
Didn't play good.
Didn't even touch the fucking court. Andre Drummond.
Never a good player. Never believed it, so it doesn't surprise me.
So why do you expect that Cleveland team gave way more heart and way more fucking effort than this fucking team? And he took that team all the way to the finals. So with that being said, why could you, and that wasn't one of his worst Cleveland teams, because he had much worse. The last year is what I'm referencing.
2016, 2015, yeah.
So he took that, because that team was they were battered, beat down, but still motivated to get to the fucking championship. Those other individuals definitely thought, oh, we're on the Lakers. We got this. We're okay. And then what happened?
They played bad. I already said they played bad, but I wanted to see LeBron have more of a driving attitude and taking over the game, which I didn't see. His effort wasn't there. I needed him to be more of a leader on the team.
Why is that all on LeBron?
Because that's fucking what LeBron does. That's LeBron's MO for 18 years he's been in the fucking league, is I'm going to take this game over. I am going to be the lead scorer when I need to be. And he didn't do it.
So, obviously, you're talking about a past LeBron.
No, I'm talking about LeBron for 18 years and the fact that he has been the key contributor and reason that his teams have been the best teams.
For 17 years.
Even this
year. He was
year,
doing that shit consistently.
He was a top team and top-rated team.
This year.
Statistically. Before the injuries.
We really just pointed out that those statistics don't mean shit just a minute ago. So, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my little point here. For 17 fucking years, we've seen a man literally give everything that he can. What happens if, okay, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to motivate my team, I'm a supervisor, right? And my team is just not doing the fucking work. They're working a little bit.
Then you fire them.
But we're not meeting our fucking... You're going to fire all those motherfuckers in the middle of the season? Who's going to be on your team?
You get
3, 2, 1, go.
You got the team to go through the season. He went through the season and he lost, and he got rid of them. And I didn't. I'm blaming the loss on them, but I am blaming LeBron for not coming and showing the maximum effort that I am used to LeBron seeing. There's nothing wrong with that.
So you want LeBron to give 100% while he's hurt?
Yeah, if he wants to be a championship and he wants to be the GOAT that he so claims to be, and I already put him up there, but if he wants to maintain that status, he needs to go out there and do things that put him in the next level and category, which don't give people the opportunity to berate him and bash him with mean thoughts and shit like that.
Literally ever since he got in the fucking league, everyone's been bashing him and berating him just because his name isn't Michael Jordan. So that's absolutely positively not going to happen. Bro, LeBron could just stop playing basketball today, and he would still just get fucking berated with other shit 2 years from now. Oh, y'all remember when LeBron did this? Oh, y'all remember when LeBron did that? So he's literally not gonna escape that shit. So that's not a fucking thing.
Well, that part also comes with stardom. So there's people who aren't on LeBron's status who deal with that also. I get that. But what does that have to do with LeBron's MO being a guy who is the best, who comes out and performs the best?
When you're hurt, you can't do as much as you want to.
If he's hurt, don't get on the court then. How about that? You're hurt, don't get on the court.
And then
if you go play, you come out there and play.
What happens when he wasn't on the court?
Well, they lost. They were a terrible team without him on the court.
They were fucking egregious.
Which makes me believe that with him on the court, he should be able to make that team play well enough to win games. And he should be the key contributor to winning those games when Anthony Davis is not on the court. That is the role that he accepted because he is the one who put that team together. So, therefore, I have all the reason to believe that I am 100% right in believing that LeBron should have done better.
I believe that fucking pigs can fly too.
Sure, I'm sure that's true somewhere.
That ain't true nowhere.
I'm sure some evil scientist somewhere made some pig fly.
I'm gonna literally just go ahead and go on to the next thing because once you start drinking your haterade, oh man, you just can't stop. You just can't stop it.
That's not haterade. That's the cold-hearted truth.
It's not the cold-hearted truth when you've got Dennis Schroeder scoring 0 points.
Cold-hearted truth.
Alex Caruso doing absolutely nothing.
Cold-hearted truth.
You know basketball is a team sport, right?
Yeah, and somehow, some way, there is a leader of the team who gets the team going, and that's supposed to be LeBron James, and he let it happen this series.
But if you don't get any contributions from anyone else, what the fuck are we talking about here if it's a team sport?
Team sport? Yeah, you're right. I understand it's a team sport.
It wasn't just.
That's why he needs to rally his team, which is what his role is to do on his team.
But what happens when you can't motivate?
Well, then you better be the best player in the world like you're supposed to and take over the game and not allow your team to suck ass.
LeBron could have dropped 40 in that game and they still would have lost.
Make it competitive. You're a defending championship team. You are the best player in the world. You did not put in the effort to take over the game as you should have. It's disappointing. All right.
I'm going to the next subject because this shit literally just went in the circle of absolutely nowhere.
What's your next topic then? What you got?
How I'm about to piece your dumb ass up. How Floyd Mayweather did fucking Logan Paul.
Yeah, that wasn't even a competition. I don't know why anybody paid money for this. All.
You dumb motherfuckers paid for a fucking practice sparring match
with no winners. With no real anything to do anything.
And they
charge you $50 a pop.
They got booed too.
They got booed out the fucking stage.
Chad Johnson almost got knocked out.
So I got sent a video of Jake Paul getting knocked out on his feet and Floyd basically just catching him.
No, man, he didn't fucking catch him. Because if you look at it, that's what boxers do. Once they get their sense knocked out of them, your first immediate reaction is to grab. He didn't hold him up. If you look at Floyd, he fucking tried to basically fucking elbow him off of him so he could piece his dumb ass up some more.
It looked like he was done and out.
I got another angle of that shit because I know what angle you're talking about. And that's the angle where everyone's like, oh my God, he got knocked out. That motherfucker did not get knocked out.
It looked like he got done up. No, but that fight had zero intrigue, zero interest. You got a guy who hadn't even won his professional fight against a YouTuber. Looked terrible. Didn't hit any of his punches. Got tired, gassed. And y'all thought he was going to beat one of the best boxers in the world. Y'all thought, yeah, he may have stayed in there for 4 rounds. But
was it 4 or was it 7?
No, 8 rounds, my bad. Chad Johnson had 4 rounds and he stayed in all 4. But he fought 8 rounds. That's good. Congratulations. 8 rounds in a practice fight is really good. I'm glad you look dog-ass tired doing it.
Yeah, but
shout out to the average common man building his way up through YouTube to fight the greatest in the world. That's an accomplishment. Yeah, congratulations.
That's not an That's not a real accomplishment.
Sure it is. That's something. You got to give him his props for doing something. I mean, he did market this to get people to pay money for nothing.
Man, literally, if Floyd Mayweather's name is on something, people are gonna pay for it. He literally just was like, "Hey, Floyd, you want to have a sparring match?"
They fleeced the public for nothing.
They fleeced you, motherfuckers.
Not us.
They didn't fleece.
They didn't fleece us.
They didn't fleece me or him. So I wasn't watching the shit.
I waited until later.
Justin was like, "Oh, I got an illegal stream. If y'all want to watch, you keep that."
I'm good. That's not something I needed to watch.
No,
illegally
not at all.
Until, it popped up on YouTube when I didn't have to waste any real time to stay up and watch the event, especially since it got rain delayed and all that good stuff.
I'd be
weather always has to play a factor, especially in.
I'd be a lot of lying ass to say that I've sat here and even attempted to look up the fucking highlights of that shit.
It just kind of popped up and I saw it.
I have a lot of things pop up on my YouTube. I don't watch all of them.
I had to do some sort of due diligence. Some sort of due diligence had to go down.
Apparently you had to. I didn't.
Somebody had to watch it here. Somebody had to give the rundown.
Well, what did you see?
Not entertaining. I was really fucking disappointed with the little expectation that I had. They definitely should have booed him off. They should not have paid $50 or charged $50 to the public to have people watch this fight. Now, if y'all were entertained, I mean,
entertained by what?
More power to you. I don't know.
Marcus Joe and Billy Bob facing each other in the second fight of the night?
No, they had real boxers on the card,
like who?
I guess. I didn't watch the whole card, and I don't know the boxers on the card. That's not my forte. That's not something that I truly go and look up all the time. But
Shannon Sharp said they ought to be embarrassing themselves.
Yeah, but maybe they got recognition with people that they wouldn't have got recognition from before. Maybe it does help them. Hey, you never know. You get your name in front of people. It's not always a bad thing. Don't look at me like that. You know what I said was true. Getting your name in front of people is not a bad thing. Name recognition.
You want your name on that shit?
Hey, if you face somebody real on there, why not? A fight did not hold any interest over here, honestly.
Even still, Floyd, people are like, oh my God, Floyd needs to knock. You was like, Floyd needs to knock him out.
Floyd's never knocked out anybody in 12 years, 14 years?
It's been a minute. Floyd doesn't fight like that. He's gonna make
40, 50.
He's gonna make
He's an old man.
It doesn't matter.
He's got hair now.
He's gonna make you punch yourself out. And
then he's gonna dog you out with the counter punches.
Right.
And it was it was literally what Floyd Mayweather
does. That's what the fuck he does
for years.
And I don't understand why people
walked him.
I don't understand why people thought that this would literally be anything other
He'll
than
take one punch. Yeah, it sure did.
Dude, fuck that shit. I ain't watching. I wasn't watching that shit. I won't watch the highlights of that shit, and I won't watch another thing. I haven't watched a Floyd Mayweather fight in a god awful long time.
I've never watched a Floyd Mayweather fight.
That's a lie. You a whole until when?
Conor McGregor.
I was about to say you a whole lying ass. You had me stop what I was doing to watch that shit.
I never watched a Floyd Mayweather fight until then. I was hella disappointed. I watched this one. I mean, I told you would have been disappointed then. Yeah, I didn't have high expectations, and I was still disappointed. So, that's a shame. If y'all bought the card, drop down in the comments below and tell us why.
Drop down on these nuts.
That's inappropriate.
It's appropriate.
Yeah.
If you're willing to go out and spend $50 on some bullshit, you're definitely willing to just drop down.
I guess. I guess. I don't know if I can confirm or deny that.
I don't need your confirmation.
Marreon's thoughts do not fully go with my thoughts on this one. I didn't say that. So if somebody has an issue with it, You attack him, not me. That was
And
not on me.
I'm here for it, man.
He wants all the smoke, all right? The Street Profits trained him
I
well.
don't give a fuck.
If y'all don't know who the Street Profits are, they're a WWE tag team.
You need to. If you don't know who they are, you should also drop down
and suck it.
I'll fight you.
I'm going to end this bitch just like Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather. We need some booze up in here. Boo. You suck.
I'll take your watch.
I'll take your chain.
I'll take that forehead, bitch.
And I'll take your soul because I'm the fucking devil. There's layers to it. We're out of here.
I'm not the devil, and if you're the devil, you gotta get the fuck out of the body here. We just watched The Conjuring the other day. You ain't finna do that shit.
It was great. Bye, guys.